Is there any message for me from Kali that would like to be delivered now?
You have done an amazing job burning away what is not true. Kali was the one who shows us what is false layers that other people have like blanketed us in. I see you with all these people like laying all these blankets over the top of you. And some of them are your ancestors that the weight of expectation, what it means to be proud, honorable, productive, valuable, um, like like a perfect specimen. But there's an expectation that has been placed upon you and that you carry. Just see all these layers, just like you were being smothered underneath it. Like I see you just struggling, like pounding on them and like just trying to get out, but there's like so many blankets and like rugs, just these like heavy, just see all these hands just placing all this like layer after layer. And some of it's you, it's aspects of you doing it to yourself. But then I see this aspect of you standing at your feet, looking at yourself, and with this like wicked grin, she just lit a match and just threw it right on top. But only the blankets and the things on top of you burned away. Underneath, you're like a diamond, like so bright, just so bright, so like just illuminated. And you look so different. You're not who you used to be, and you know that.
Yes.
And even when you look at yourself in the mirror, you can see that diamond inside. She's very proud of you. Very proud of you. You burned away so much untruth. She says, that's all I want to do for you. I just want to show you what's true. And if you can let go, if you can lay it down and surrender it. And she said she'll help you. She said
Yes.
that fire that you feel inside of you is real and it's true. And it's yours anytime you want it. She's just reaching out her hand to you. She just says, take my hand.
I feel her presence. Yes.
She's like, let's just burn it all to the ground, all of it. She's like, we'll just walk away, bright as diamonds. Nothing can touch us. We're in this world. We are not of this world. She says, "You are doing it. You are so doing it. But don't let those doubts creep back in. And when you feel that, that they are, give yourself the visualization that it's a blanket and just grab the edge of the blanket and fling it off of you.
Mhm.
You are your own person. You were born into a lineage, a family, a heritage, an ancestry that has carried a long tradition of traumatic expectations without regard to the callings of your own heart and soul. You chose this particular ancestry, this particular heritage to break this cycle. You are a cycle breaker. You are a spoke on a wheel that grinds all of the past to ash so that it too can be free and blow away. But it's very difficult. And you knew that you weren't going to be understood. You knew it was going to be very lonely and that you were placing yourself inside of a paradigm that has been molded very tight and very small and very constricted. And you knew you were going to have to steel yourself against the pressures, and you almost convinced yourself that you could do it, but your spirit, that part of you that is infinitely connected to your true self, wouldn't let it rest. It was going to make your life miserable until you stopped whatever you were doing that was against your true nature. That's not true. I hear that what you are doing is congruent with your nature, but it's the mm, the outcome that you were striving for was so rooted in 3D concepts of success, abundance, honor, obedience comes to mind, that it was like a same coin but the wrong side of the coin. Now you flipped the coin, and everything that you did up to this point is instrumental to your path forward, but you've learned a better way of integrating the knowledge that you've gained to support your highest timeline trajectory.
Are there any final messages for me before I close?
Don't be afraid to show yourself. There are many in many lives, people like you and like her who have sought to heal and to transform, have been prosecuted and hunted, and have had terrible things done to you. And so many of you carry persecution codes and this fear that if you shine too bright, if you say the wrong thing, if you out yourself, you're going to be shunned at the least, murdered at the worst. This life is not that life. This life is not a life to hide yourself. As you continue to grow in your own confidence and in your own power, in your personal sovereignty, stretch your wings. Let people see you. Say the thing that you want to say. You receive messages for people, don't you?
Yes, I do.
What do you do with those messages when you're confronted with people?
I wasn't sure I need to, if they're ready to hear the messages. Sometimes I say it to people that are closer to me, but many times I choose to keep it for myself.
Daughter, who is whispering to you? Who tells you these things? We tell you
Mm-hmm.
to tell them. It's okay. It's okay. You don't have to be afraid. And there may be people who resist the message as it is immediately relayed to them, and that's okay because in their quiet moments, they will better hear what you have to say. We understand that you want to protect yourself, that it's difficult to feel odd, to be looked at like you're a weirdo or what's wrong with you or why would you say that? But understand that often, if you receive that sort of feedback, it's a defense mechanism, it's an ego mechanism. This is about them. This is not a judgment about you. We whisper in your ear because you are the messenger. They're not the messenger. We didn't tell them. They're not listening. And they may not listen to you. It may take them days, weeks, months to hear what you had to say. That doesn't matter. That's not yours to worry about. When we give you a message, it's always your choice if you feel comfortable sharing it or not. We don't ask you to put yourself in harm. We don't want you to we want you to always honor your intuition. But just like we encouraged her, check in and ask yourself, do I feel resistant to sharing this message because I'm feeling uncomfortable? Or am I resistant to sharing this message because I just don't feel like just really check in. Why? Where is the resistance coming from? Is it your personal fear or is it something bigger? Where is it coming from? And then choose. Keep it to yourself. Maybe some people need I'm seeing that some people will react to hearing the message from your voice. Others, maybe an email or a text, so that if you know they're already defensive, maybe that's a softer way to deliver the message. But if you receive messages for just people out in public, this is a sort of test for you to see if you will honor yourself by relaying these messages without attachment to their reaction.
Yes.
It's time for you to shine in this world. There are people that need your gifts. They need what you have to offer. Some will find you through your sessions. Some just by you walking in the world in a way where you feel aligned and alive and in love with yourself will be so inspired by you that just on an energetic level, they'll be elevated. But allow yourself that permission to shine. And I'm seeing, like, in all ways, like if you feel like wearing something super flashy that you normally would say, like, that's not for me or that's too much. Like I just see a vision of you with like bubblegum pink hair and like these really bright, colorful clothes. And I hear that's not exactly it, but like something like that. Like if you feel like there's some aspect of how you move in the world that you've been tamping down, playing safe. I've never done that before. People wouldn't expect that of me. Things like that. Like this is your hmm, wake up call that you're safe to express yourself. Start in small ways, maybe just at home or around people you trust so you feel secure. You don't want to damage yourself. Humans are very sensitive. Be hmm, be soft with yourself, but know that there's so much of you that wants to express itself in maybe bigger, flashier, more flamboyant ways that's just waiting for your permission. Like I see you in your living room, just putting on music that you like. I even hear it's like something that you don't even want other people to know you listen to or something. And just dancing like crazy, just flailing around and just just being wild, like whatever feels good to you. There's a part of you that's just asking to be let loose, to be seen. This is your time. You've
Thank you
done the
so
hard work.
much. Yes.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much. That makes me so happy when you said that. So thank you so much.